boys and girls. Well, now we're going to read a book about gravity. Does anybody know what gravity is? Yes, it is a force that helps keep us on Earth. Without gravity, we would all float away into space. So gravity is a very essential pulling force which helps keep us grounded. The further you get away from Earth, the less gravitational pull there is, and so you float. And that is why you'll see people who are in outer space floating around, because the further you get from the Earth, the less gravity there is. So this is a book about gravity, and it's written by Jason Chin. Let's find out what he has to say about gravity. Here we have a picture of the surface of the Earth, moon, and our words, gravity and Jason Chin. Gravity. Wonder how birds fight the force of gravity and get up into the air. Makes objects fall to Earth. So gravity makes objects fall to Earth. Oh, he's reading the same book that we are. Wait a minute. Is it the book that was falling to Earth? I think it was. Without gravity, everything would. Uh-oh. I feel like the Earth is losing its gravity. Float away. Wow. The moon would drift away from the Earth. So there it's getting further and further away. If Earth did not have gravity, then the moon would not be trapped in its orbit around us. The Earth would drift away from the sun because the sun has a gravitational pull which helps keep the Earth in orbit around the sun. But if the sun lost its gravity, we would drift far away. Then we would get really cold. Luckily, everything has gravity. Whew. Good thing, too. Could you imagine trying to eat your dinner as it drifted off the plate and floated up to the ceiling? But wait a second. I would float up to the ceiling, too. So maybe I could float around and try and catch my dinner. Maybe it would be fun to have no gravity. Massive things have a lot of gravity. So the bigger the planet, the more gravitational pull it's going to have, the more force it will have to keep you down on its surface. And their gravity pulls on smaller things. Gravity keeps the Earth near the sun, the moon near the Earth, and makes objects fall to Earth. Wow, so all of this stuff is falling down onto Earth. And they've got the toys that started with the little boy on the beach. And now it's somewhere else on Earth. And then here is some interesting information about gravity. We've got gravity is attractive. Gravity is an invisible force that causes objects to attract to each other. And more mass, more gravity. So the bigger the object, the more gravitational pull it has. The weaker the distance. So if you're close to Earth, there's lots of gravity, but if you're further away, there's less gravity. And then how objects, how heavy they are, requires more or less gravitational force. So if I have a box of bricks, that's harder to lift up because it has more mass. And we learned about that in the states of matter. It has more mass, so it is harder to pull up and get out of the gravitational pull. But a box of air, that's pretty easy because it has less mass. And it's just talking about keeping a ball and gravitational pull. Gravity keeps everything together. Pretty interesting. All right, friends, you have a test for gravity in your activity below. So scroll on down and find out what is a way that you can test for gravity.